Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. It is currently 1:55 in the morning on March 19th, and it is a very sad day. Do you know why it is a very sad day today?
I have no idea.
I have been blocked by none other than Cole Cardigan over on the TikTok because I literally thought to myself earlier, I was like, I wonder what Cole has been up to because I haven't seen any TikToks going around. It's kind of like Cole has been ghosting the drama community just in general because nobody is talking about him right now. And so I went and I looked. Turns out I was blocked.
I can't imagine why.
What did I do to get blocked?
I mean, it couldn't have been that Sarah McLachlan-esque intro I made for you.
Oh, do you mean this one?
Nick sent another $100. We're literally 135 away.
Guys, I'm being very vulnerable and open and honest with you guys. I spent every dime that I had yesterday on getting this hair for this project.
Thank you for the $10. That was so sweet. Thank you so much. I love you.
For the low price of just $5.99 plus tax a day, you can make a difference in this out-of-work influencer's life.
I hate how expensive food is nowadays, especially like to deliver it.
Why should you be the only one that gets the luxury of having Postmates just because he doesn't work to support himself?
Yeah, I do have a filler appointment literally in 20 minutes, but this shit has me so worked up.
With your pledge to the United Grift Fund for Influencers, you'll be making a real difference with your hard-earned money, so they'll be able to do the things that you can't.
All right, the bag is secured.
Call today to make your pledge because someone has to work hard to pay for these things, and it isn't going to be these grifting influencers. Standard connection fees apply. All donations will be wasted and used on things that aren't necessary. I posted that over on TikTok, and I got a lot of people requesting me to put that with Sarah McLachlan, so I did. And the Sarah McLachlan version we can't include over here, but it's so much better.
That commercial, I remember when I was younger and I would just be like laying in bed because I used to always fall asleep with the TV on. At like 3 o'clock in the morning, without fail, that commercial would come on. You'd just be sleeping and be like, I will.
I really like Sarah McLachlan though. She has a few good songs. Building a Mystery is like one of my favorites. If you guys know that song, let me know down below.
Well, since we are a little bit elevated, of course we have to sit down and talk about some things that have been going on social media today. We have to talk about none other than Michaela once again because she left people a little bit confused over on her Instagram because she just got back from Las Vegas. She had a girls trip with another TikTok beauty influencer. Well, she uploaded like 5 photos over there, but the caption on it left people confused because they thought that it was like a tribute post to somebody that passed away because it was like, my dearest Samantha. But it was just an appreciation post for the girl that she was on the trip with. What also left people very confused was this appreciation post. The first 2 photos were just like highly edited photos of Michaela, which is another thing that she's getting called out in her comment section for because there were people underneath her like, oh my God, you have such like a high level of self-esteem. Like, how can you help us with ours? And then there was the complete polar opposite of that. There were a lot of people calling her out, talking about how she was contributing to unrealistic beauty standards. And honestly, in my opinion, I don't think it's a wise decision to go to any makeup artist's Instagram account. I don't think it's wise to go to any like fitness influencer's Instagram account to try to build your self-esteem because I guarantee you 9 times out of 10 those photos are going to be highly edited. I mean, honestly, we are in a time where influencers are getting called out left and right. Thank you so much, Glamzilla, for opening up that question over on TikTok. I'm going to constantly remind Glamzilla that she is the reason that a lot of these people are getting dragged on social media now, and people are really looking into them. Like, they're zooming in. The worst thing that could have happened to the beauty community on Instagram was when they opened up that feature so you can zoom in on the photo, because that's when it started to get very telling. I have never seen such smooth faces.
I mean, look at the Kardashians. They're known for face tuning and photoshopping. Their hands look like E.T.'s fingers, girl.
Another day, another editing fail. Today's Kardashian Photoshop fail features Khloe. We all know that Khloe loves a good Facetune, Photoshop, any editing app under the sun. But did she take it too far? Twitter has been going crazy in response to Khloe's betrayal post from today. Twitter users are even comparing her hands to chicken legs. One Twitter user posted that Khloe's hands look like the hands of what I imagine lives under my bed and grabs my ankles in my sleep. Khloe, you're definitely looking snatched, but let's just try to maybe match our hands to our face next time. We still love you. Don't worry.
Khloe Kardashian's hands in a lot of the photos. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose because the Kardashians do get called out a lot for like fails. So I don't know if they have like a special team. There's obviously someone that's doing it for them, but I don't know if it's like an approval process or if they just send the photo and say, hey, edit this, here's the password, go and post it.
They do Khloe dirty every time. Like her hands, like I'm not saying I have beautiful hands at all by any means. I have anxiety ridden fingers, right? I bite these fuckers off a lot. But her hand looks like a, what do they call it? A chicken claw? So I blame the Kardashians because they made that a trend and then everybody took it over to Instagram and now everybody does it, even your favorite beauty influencer.
But getting back to Michaela, after I discovered that her friend Samantha actually had not passed on to the other side and it was just like a tribute post because she was grateful for the friendship, I was wondering if maybe her friend did her makeup and we just don't know about it, because there was nothing in this post from Michaela that said like, this makeup done by Samantha. I think her name is like Beauty Kills MUA.
The secret's out. My staycation is with Michaela. We're having a girls trip in Vegas. I've never met her in person. I'm so excited. She's gonna be walking in any minute now. Day 2 of hanging out with Michaela in Las Vegas has started. It's 5:30 in the morning. I just woke up. Let me show you my view. Sun hasn't even started to rise yet. The little makeup area is all set up. This is the biggest tub I've ever seen. Deep wise. This is a Japanese soaking tub. I'm gonna get ready and then I'm taking you with me for the rest of the day. Now, the sun is out. Having a little trouble with my rollers, but that's okay. Let me finish my makeup. Is it me or is it another good makeup day? We're going to get breakfast, so I'm gonna go to Michaela's room and go grab her. Let's go get some breakfast. The food is here and I have the prettiest date ever. We're at St. Henri Donuts. Look where we are. All for her. Go, let's see if you win.
It's just very weird, right? Like, it's not crazy for people to think that it's strange that Michaela posted 2 photos of herself before she showed her friend. And Michaela is also that friend. We all know somebody like this, that they want to have all the photos taken on their device so they can have the final approval. And they're only going to Facetune and edit themselves, and they're going to leave you just looking like a booger. And I'm not saying that her friend Samantha needed the Facetune and all that. She is a very pretty lady. But if you look at them side by side, Michaela was looking smooth as glass. There was not a pore to be seen on that face. And her friend just looked like a regular photo.
Yeah. I do want to say though, I did see the Chris Appleton TikToks that Michaela posted and her hair did look fabulous. She looked really nice there.
Babe, you're getting married in 3 months. We need to talk hair. I envisage you a little bit up,
Okay.
a little bit down,
Okay.
and a few more inches.
Okay.
Can I be honest?
Okay.
So obviously this is your hair wash and dry and
Yep.
left to dry natural. So it just looks a little fine right now and a little flat. I've seen you play with this.
Yes.
A couple of pumps doesn't do the trick. You gotta saturate the hair. Because first of all, what we need to do is transform this head of hair into a bombshell.
Okay, apparently I'm not using it anywhere near as much as I should be.
Totally have to saturate the hair and load her up. Because effectively when you're creating volume, what you're doing is you're building hair like almost like scaffolding. So you're taking hair that's fine and flat. I mean, your hair is so soft. It's beautiful hair, but it's very flat and very soft.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any natural sort of texture to it, and it doesn't have any natural volume. And when you blow drying volume, you want everything to go upwards. Just aim for the gods. Okay, Michaela, you should get something that looks like this. So the hair should come out. I mean, look, that's crazy volume.
That is
that's
crazy.
literally off your head. You should get something that looks like this. She has some volume now. See how much volume she has? You can literally just keep going. It gets bigger and bigger, and this is what we need. Now I'm gonna add some extensions. I'm thinking like a longer length.
Let's do it.
Let's put them in, and we'll decide where to cut it.
Okay.
The extensions are added. Wow. Although this is hot, this would maybe be for after the wedding and like, you know, a second look. But I feel like for the wedding day, we need to add a little bit more height and get a little bit more of a face open, because I know you're gonna have a snatched face without makeup. So I wanna make sure you see your cheekbones. I think that's gonna look, oh wow, that's gonna look really hot. See? And then have all the drama
And
in
the
back.
earrings.
Now we're adding some curls. Just keep cutting. So we're taking out the pin curls. See how bouncy it is?
Wow.
Next up, we're going to tease the hair. So we're going to start getting a bit of volume in this crown. Because this is your wedding day, Michaela. You should have the sexiest, hottest, biggest hair going. Remember, we've not brushed the curls out. We're going to use these little pins. And then basically, I tease the roots at the top to give you some height here. And then we pull the sides back a little bit tighter. And then what I tend to do, honestly, after, is just get my comb. I use one of these tail combs. And I just start to loosen it up. All right, guys. So to finish off with, we're going to put some shine spray on. This is the extra shine spray by Color Wow. You're looking like a hottie.
I feel very pretty.
I'm gonna be on brush duty all day. I wanted you to look bridal, but I also want you to look sexy and hot and just
glam.
kind of like you as well. You know, like we've got the black hair. She looks rich. She got some volume. I love that you can see the face here, but like it's soft.
Moving on from that, the other day I was telling you guys that we were finally influenced by everybody on social media that was picking up these Stanley cups, which honestly, I stand by what I said. That cup is so uncomfortable to hold. I still have not taken mine back to Target, so I have used it a few more times. I have it right here. It's going back, I swear. But there's some drama in the Stanley Cup community, and you know how we used to always like call influencers out for like not crediting a makeup look? I remember I did a video on Nikki Tutorials and James Charles like back in the day because they both did that like Bob Ross painting on the face. It was a big deal at the time. People were very pissed off at the fact that James Charles copied Nikki Tutorials. But the drama in the Stanley Cup community is that people want credit for literally putting rhinestones on this Stanley Cup. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but blinging out items has been like a big thing for like decades now. I remember like back in the 90s and like early 2000s, it was like everywhere. And I do remember that Trisha Paytas like every month was showing everyone how she has like new rhinestone things. She has like a rhinestone KFC bucket.
Yeah. Trisha had the rhinestone toaster, the espresso machine, the Keurig, all this different stuff. I think she even had a wrench bottle that was studded out and stuff. Like, this is not new. I don't understand why somebody would want credit for this. This is crazy.
Guys, we're gonna deep dive today into some drama that is going on. I was notified that somebody that I'm friends with, funny story, apparently blocked me on all Instagram, but we're still friends on TikTok. I'm not gonna say who it is, but blocked me on all Instagram because they're posting all their kind of like crappy little things on Instagram, but not on TikTok. So I had no idea. But they are getting very upset about people copying them because they're the first that's done it. And that people need to at least tag them in what they are making if they're copying them. Now, the funny thing is it's Bling Stanley's. Somebody that has come on my threads and commented tons of times. And honestly, it annoyed me. But I was like, whatever, man. If you want to be tacky, go ahead and comment about your business in my comments so that you can try and get business about your Bling Stanleys and try and make it about like, because the thing is like, this is the thing for me. I'm definitely not the first one who did Bling Stanleys. I'm not. I've even tagged the people who did, like the two people that I had seen. Well, I had seen one before I did a Stanley who did one last summer. And then after I did my Stanley, I saw that somebody else had done one before that. And so I made sure I let her know. I was like, hey, sorry, I didn't tag you. I'm going to tag you. And I will like let people know that they did them very first. But like, let's be real. I'm the one that made them popular. And I'm not saying that to be a dick, but it's the truth. I'm the one that made them popular and they went viral because of my first one. And honestly, it's because that damn sound was hilarious. That's really what made it go off, I feel like. It was funny as hell. And that champagne color was a poppin'. But anyways, so I've made many colors. And this person has made very similar colors. And you know what? The thing is like, does it bother me that like literally nobody has tagged me in their Bling Stanleys? It stings a little bit, but you know what? Whatever, man. I'm not the first one to bling a cup. Who cares? And I do it differently than other people do it. We are not the same people, so nobody can do it like me and I can't do it like them, kind of thing. Well, the person that is just literally ripping and like took a screenshot of somebody else's stuff and then saying, oh, well, they're copying me. This is really not okay. You need to at least tag me. And if you're going to copy me, at least tag me. You know what's funny? This happens so much because not only are they somebody that's getting upset about that, but they're using trademarked items. They're using Disney, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Hello Kitty, all kinds of trademark and copyright infringed items on their cups. Yep. So, you're going to hold that same energy when you get so upset about somebody making your same design when it's not even like really a design. It's just a honeycomb on a cup. Okay, I've got screenshots, but also, like this is a PSA for us in the like creative community. You can't force people to tag you in things because maybe they didn't even see it from you. Maybe they saw it from somebody else. You have no idea. But also, if I see something and I know I got inspired by somebody, I'm going to tag them just because I think it's cool and I want them to see my work. But it doesn't really matter that much. Like, you can't make people do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, quit trying to force people to do stuff. It's so weird. And quit trying to take credit for other people's things if you didn't have any credit, because you never know. So, I do laugh though, and people are like, I'm the original creator of this, when they very clearly are not. But also, like, it's bling on a cup. That's, like, it's been around for a while. It's been around for a minute. So just because you do a certain color doesn't mean you own it now. But whatever, who cares? I'm going to show you the screenshots. So Exhibit A, I'm going to move out of the way. You guys can pause to read. So it looks like they blurred out names and stuff. But yeah, so that's fun. Also, this is where it gets kind of funny. Like funny, not funny, haha, funny, weird. Like talk about acting like a victim. Also, this comment that's on the bottom, yeah, they deleted it. The person that the Instagram belongs to, they deleted it. That's not there anymore. Anytime anybody says anything, it gets deleted. So it's just funny because, like, obviously I had no idea this was even happening. Other people saw and they're like, oh my gosh, did you know this is happening? No clue. I'm busy doing cups and stuff, like, but this is something I feel is important to call out because now this person is acting like the victim. And people do this all the time. Like, remember the whole Big Deborah thing? But also, like, who made it first? I made the first cake topper. No, I made the first cake topper. Blah, blah, blah. Like, no. You guys both stole it from Little Debbie. Okay, it's cool. Nobody was the first of it at all. Yeah, you put it on a cup first. Maybe. Maybe not. But who cares? Who cares who put it on it first? None of us, like, we all get inspiration. Whatever. Anyways, so this is a problem that happens a lot in the creative community. And everybody needs to knock it off. Okay? If you get inspiration and you know in your heart you got inspiration from somebody else, tag them. But if you didn't, who gives a shit?
I just think it's so crazy that somebody would actually want credit for being the first person to ever put rhinestones on a Stanley Cup. Honestly, like, how do they know that they were the first person to do this? Maybe somebody just wasn't uploading content on TikTok.
I'm just going to assume that this is Gen Z arguing amongst themselves, because if you were born in the 80s, 90s, 60s, 70s even, they were putting rhinestones on things. This is nothing new. It might not have been a Stanley Cup, but they were doing thermoses. Even as millennials, people were, like, putting those ugly things on their phones. Like, this has been around for a really long time.
And speaking of these rhinestone Stanley Cups, do you know how much they charge for these things? Some of these go for like upwards of $500. And I understand that it is very time consuming to do that, but I just cannot imagine like purchasing a $500 Stanley Cup. That's just not for me. A $500 cup in general, just not for me. Like, you can go get yourself a Dixie cup and it's gonna do the exact same thing. Yeah. And speaking of tacky things, Jeffree Star is getting talked about once again because he has uploaded an Instagram that left many people very confused as well, just like Michaela did. And the reason that people were confused is because Jeffree Star was wearing one gaudy ass earring in his Instagram story. And I went to him when I first saw it and I was like, why the is he wearing one earring? Like, I did not understand. And now we have figured out as to why that is. Because Jeffree Star was promoting none other than Jacqueline Roxanne for Jacqueline Schill.
Let's talk about the two most asked questions about today's look. The sunglasses are from Balmain. They have this amazing visor thing. I'm obsessed with them. And then the earring! You guys are so funny. I have gotten thousands and thousands of DMs. Jeffree, where's your other earring? Yes, this look is intentional. I have not worn one earring in like 10 years. It used to be my style. And these are from Jaclyn Hill's jewelry brand, Jacqueline Roxanne. They're absolutely stunning. Honestly, I'm gonna toot Jacqueline's horn because look at the bling on this. And these are all normal, affordable prices. Like, not $20,000 for earrings. It's giving amazing quality. Look at the bling. Hi. Obsessed. Never tried Jacqueline's jewelry and bitch, it's everything. These earrings are amazing. The bracelets, the quality. I'm like, okay, Jacqueline, you did that.
So I don't know if this was like Jacqueline reached out and was like, hey, you know, things are kind of like slipping over here. Could you like put a story out for me? Because Jeffree is someone who's had his name in a lot of press recently, so it would be good for Jacqueline to have her brand associated with him in some way. Or I also saw a lot of people that were talking about this. They were saying that this is a Lipstick Nick thing because Lipstick Nick has been hanging out with Jacqueline a lot over in Florida. So maybe she was like, hey girl, here's some Jacqueline Roxanne if you want to try it on.
Well, Jeffree was promoting Jacqueline Cosmetics the other week on his Instagram too.
I wonder if this is just like Jeffree helping out another OG beauty YouTuber because he sees that Jacqueline might be kind of like going through it. Obviously the bankruptcy thing that is going on right now, but also people exposing like how many items Jacqueline had in stock. Maybe he was like, let me help her out.
My conspiracy theory on the situation is I think Jacqueline probably had 2 Tito's and she got on the phone and was like, Jeffree, can you please do me a favor? Like, my sales are slipping right now. I could really use your help. But you know what's really interesting about Jeffree doing this? He was calling out Michaela because Michaela was deceptive with her marketing with Lashgate and all that different shit. But then he's gonna promote Jacqueline Cosmetics and promote Jacqueline Roxanne. What's coming next? Is it gonna be Cozy?
Well,
if
no.
Jeffree Star posts on Instagram his dog shitting on a Cozy blanket, I think I would fall out.
What's so crazy about Jeffree's post to me is the fact that he tried to make up an excuse as to why he had one earring on. I think the other ear might have turned green. Just possibly, there could have been a good chance that there was like a reaction going on, so he wanted to wear one. But honestly, all jokes aside, I think the reason that Jeffree only had one earring on is because nobody was gonna ask what those earrings were if he was wearing both of them. And I don't think that Jeffree would ever wear both of them. I think it was just for the date, just for that post for Jacqueline.
That earring was so gaudy. It looked like something that my grandmother would have worn. And my grandma died like 30 years ago.
Oh my god. So of course Reddit got a hold of this post from Jeffree Star, and I saw a lot of people that were actually questioning Jeffree Star's credibility because of this, because obviously Jaclyn Hill has been called out many times for stealing creations from people. She's had a very shady past when it comes to business, and she's definitely had a lot of controversies of her own. I mean, we can talk about Cozy all day. We bring up Cozy every single time that we talk about Jaclyn and how she allegedly stole that idea and that business from that other creator. So do you agree with anyone out there that's saying this could possibly hurt Jeffree Star's credibility? Because you know he's been coming back to social media and he's like the realest beauty influencer according to him. He's not gonna lie, he's not being paid, none of that. He says he never gets paid for any of these posts, so do you think that he posted this about Jaclyn for free?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he posted it for free, but in my opinion, my personal opinion, the optics of the situation are very bad because you have Jeffree, who his claim to fame is being real and honest, when he clearly knows the past that Jaclyn Hill has. You know what I'm saying? It's not just her with Cozy, it's her with Face Master, all the stuff with Morphe, Lipstick Gate. Jaclyn Hill has had a very colorful past, you know what I mean, in terms of drama and people coming after her. So yes, I don't think it's too far-fetched for people to question Jeffree's credibility now, because this is a little sus to me, just to be completely honest.
Y'all will have to let us know down below if you think that Jeffree Star's credibility is shot now that he's talking about Jaclyn Roxanne. And I would say with the way that Jeffree was talking about Jaclyn Roxanne that he gave it the Jeffree Star stamp of approval. So I wonder if Jaclyn Roxanne is going to post it over on their Instagram story as well as on their page, because you know, just the other day they were Oprah approved. This is a big week for Jaclyn when it comes to people approving things for her.
You know what else was approved? That Morphe bankruptcy.
Ooh. And with all that said, everyone, that is it for this video. If you have made it this far, please leave us the receipt emoji down below, and we will see you guys all in our next video. Bye.